Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Recently, some brand new leaks and rumors have surfaced for Call of Duty, and they indicate potentially some big shifts. It seems like certain folks at the franchise are really pushing for some pretty big, pretty substantial changes here in the near future with Black Ops 7. We also have some interesting details on the Beyond as well, Black Ops 7 and what comes after, presumably Modern Warfare 4. So this information is stemming from CrashD over on Twitter. We've talked about them a lot in the past with various different leaks and rumors. As always, though, when it comes to inside information, when it comes to leaks and rumors like this, especially ones that are a bit further out as we get a little bit later on into the video, take everything with a grain of salt. These are always pretty fluid situations. Things can be altered, scrapped, changed in a plethora of different ways. So don't take it as 100% it's officially confirmed or anything like that until we see something actually from Call of Duty themselves, if this stuff ends up coming to fruition. But first up here, I think this is going to be probably received as a pretty positive change across the board if it does end up coming to fruition. Crafty says, I think it has been officially announced, but I'll say it again. In Black Ops 7 to confirm, you'll no longer need to complete a 4th challenge to get that final mastery camo. So Black Ops 6 did this, and I really feel like it took away from the excitement of doing the mastery camos, where you get your gold, you get your diamond, you get your dark spine or whatever it was, you get your 3rd mastery, but then to get dark matter camo or to get nebula or whatever, you'd go through, you do your 3rd mastery camo on all of your guns, but then in order to actually complete dark matter, it was an individual process. In previous games, you do the mastery camo just prior to the end game one, and the second you finish your last gun for that, it automatically unlocks, in this example, dark matter for every gun right away. So it's this big hype thing. You have it unlocked, you've completed all the challenges, you've completed the end game for the camo grinds. This year in Black Ops 6 though, after you completed the 3rd mastery, you had to go through and then individually do dark matter on every gun. So whatever it was, like the 3 kills without dying or whatever the challenge was, it escapes me at the moment, but you had to do that for every single rifle individually, every single SMG, so on and so forth, to individually get dark matter on whatever guns you wanted, which to me takes away from the hype of unlocking that. Kind of just made it more of like a chore than something that was a really cool experience. It's like, oh, I've unlocked dark matter camo, it's supposed to be this big thing, except you got it on the first gun you chose to do the extra challenge on. So now it'll be back to being this more so grand unlock there, where you complete that last individual challenge and it fully unlocks the in-game camo across the board. I think that is definitely, like I said, more of like an objectively positive change there. You may recall this leak as well from a few days back from the Ghost of Hope, saying, very big grain of salt leak, Treyarch developers are currently pushing to remove disbanding lobbies from Black Ops 7. Why is this such a big deal? Well, disbanding lobbies sort of, I guess, reinforces the severity of skill-based matchmaking, if you will. When every single game you play is a fresh lobby, they're able to be as on top of it as possible when it comes to getting you into the competitive bracket you need to be in for your gameplay, which ultimately results in you probably having to sweat match after match after match after match. There's no persistent lobbies where it's like, okay, hey, that was a pretty competitive game, it was fun going back and forth with that enemy team, I want to stay in this game. Or hey, this server connection felt really good that match, I'd love if I could stay in this sort of lobby here and play the next game on it as well. That's not a possibility with lobby disbanding. Well, CrashD ends up sort of quoting beyond this and saying lobby disbanding is planned to be removed by Treyarch pending approval. So what that means is that currently the Treyarch devs are all sitting there saying, hey, we are getting a lot of feedback from our players saying that they want persistent lobbies so they can play the same people back to back, or if someone leaves, okay, that spot just gets filled with a new player, like it was back in the old days, basically in the golden days of COD, where we had persistent lobbies where you could have those multi-game competitions with the enemy team. Or hey, if you're stomping the enemy team and they don't want to leave, that's easy money for you, right? You can continue playing at that high level until they ultimately do back out, or there's enough new players and fresh players in the lobby. Basically, Treyarch is saying this to Activision, whoever their executives are that have to sign off on this changing. And this is where the COD dev cycle, I feel like, might get a little bit misconstrued and a little bit confusing for players who are, otherwise unaware of, like, when certain decisions are made in COD, it's not because of Treyarch or it's not because of Infinity Ward or Sledgehammer. It might be somebody at Activision saying, yeah, we're going to do this. You need to make this, and it's just it's something that goes over terribly, right? It's not something the community enjoys. Or it's the dev studio saying, hey, can we do this fun thing? And whoever's above them, whoever's signing off on the decision says, yeah, no, we're not doing that. So we miss out on potentially something cool. So this is something Treyarch is currently pushing for. Hope does mention before, like prior to Black Ops 6, he knew about them pushing for less aim assist, and that was something that was actually approved for Black Ops 6 there. So it's quite possible that we could actually have the return of lobbies disbanding here, which would be huge for general gameplay here. It would actually have a chance to limit skill-based matchmaking some, to actually directly attack that in a way. It would still be strict, you'd still get sweaty matches, but it might not be this every single game sort of cycle that gets very monotonous and very tedious very fast. So if this gets approved, this would be huge for the game, and I imagine it's something that Treyarch would have like a whole post on saying, hey, we've heard your feedback, we're bringing back persistent lobbies, something like that. Now, to be clear, this is something that never should have been taken away in the first place, and bringing it back and flaunting it, if it does come back, and flaunting it like it's this huge update, this new thing, is definitely not what the situation should be. Like I said, it should never have left in the first place. But if we can get it back by any means possible, I think at this point we'll take it. And by the way, as we are going through the various different leaks and rumors here today, if you guys enjoy the video, you find the information helpful, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. I truly do appreciate every single one of you who does spend the time to do so. It really does help grow the channel and share the video around. Also, if you are new to the channel, you want to ensure you're always up to date with everything going on in COD. Busy couple of weeks ahead as we approach Call of Duty next, and then obviously the Black Ops 7 beta. You're not going to want to miss anything, so feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. So this is another new leak that has surfaced, or another new rumor that has surfaced from Crashy, saying Call of Duty may add a monthly subscription with cosmetic rewards. Of course, they're MTX, it's what they're all about, but there is some added context to what this could actually be. So the first quote here is, if this happens, Blackcell would actually be replaced by the subscription. So rather than having your Blackcell upgrade for every new battle pass that ends up dropping, you know, with season 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth, all the way through the year, you would then instead have this monthly thing where, okay, you get some upgraded maybe battle pass cosmetics when the new battle pass drops, and then the next month it's different cosmetics, whatever the case is. There's no real telling if this would ever be something that actually be worthwhile, more valuable, more bang for your buck than Blackcell, until we were to see what the cosmetics are like, what the actual pricing of it is. But it is an interesting system that could replace Blackcell, which has been heavily scrutinized. You know, it costs almost half the price of the base game for one battle pass upgrade there. So interesting to see how this could actually shape out. However, there's even more added context to this. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's something that would be super soon in COD. As Crash T says, it may come with Modern Warfare 4, so there's no need to worry for now. So this could be something that over time they're thinking about now, and it's like, okay, well, actually in application, maybe this doesn't work as well, or you know, we need to tweak it like this, we need to adjust it like that. So long time away from happening, but it is something they are considering. And then lastly here, kind of an interesting one again for further out, the peak and lean mechanic will be available in Modern Warfare 4. I'm not sure if it'll be exclusive to a specific game mode, like could be like a DMZ exclusive thing there. Not sure on the exact specifics either, if it's just like corner leaning and peeking, which is something similar to what we've had like with the mounting and whatnot, where you can sort of peek and lean around corners, or if it just be a straight up toggle where you can control your character and lean left and lean right at any given point. So you could do that if you're walking down the middle of a street, if you're just trying to, you know, dodge bullets like you're in the Matrix or something, or if you want to be more tactical about it, you know, you're approaching a left corner, so you want to lean to the right and try and sort of get that angle as early as possible. There may be some peeker's advantage in some scenarios. That could be an interesting mechanic if it's expanded upon more than what we've already got with some of like the mounting stuff and corner stuff that we've got in COD already. But that being said, those are some very interesting new leaks and rumors for Black Ops 7, and a little bit of MW4 in there as well. Could be some pretty positive changes in there, also some ones that might be a little bit strange. We'll have to see how things play out, of course, as we get more details on any of this, any potential official announcements coming soon. If they do end up getting approval on obviously disbanding lobbies being removed, I'll be covering all of that and everything else going on in COD right here, so feel free to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date. And if you enjoyed the video, a like rating on your way out would be really appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.